Hi everyone. Today's video is in response to something that I saw online that John Heald, the brand ambassador for Carnival Cruise Line, he had this on his Facebook yesterday. And there was someone that had written him a letter that had said, I saw that blank cruise line banned people for taking food back to their room. And they wanted to know if and when Carnival was going to do the same thing because they were disgusted by all the dishes out in the hallway. You know, you walk down the corridor a lot of times and there's people that after they have room service or take food back to their rooms, they leave it out on the floor for people to pick up. And sometimes there are quite a few out. Now, what they're missing in this question, first of all, like I just mentioned, a lot of the time it comes from room service. It's not necessarily just people taking food back to their rooms. But they wanted to know if Carnival was going to start banning people for taking food back to their rooms because they found this with all the food trays out in the hallway completely disgusting. Now, I tried to look up and see who had just banned people supposedly for doing this. I couldn't find anything. The only thing I found was way back in 2015, Norwegian for a time had a policy out that they said they were going to start doing that if people took food back to their room. But there was so much of an outcry afterwards, so many people complaining that they reversed it pretty quickly. See my dog back there in his little bed. He's always the one making noises on my video walking around. It's his nap time, so he's looking at me like, you need to be quiet. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. That has nothing to do with the video. I wanted to know how many of you take food back to your room sometimes, and what do you think about people complaining about the food in the hallway? I mean, there's often lots of food in the hallway, and sometimes it's a lot, and sometimes I find it too much too. But I had just always assumed mostly it was from people getting room service. I like, personally, on Royal Caribbean at night after dinner and the show and hanging out on the top deck and checking out the views and looking for ships and all that stuff, we like to go to Sorrento's and grab some pizza and take pizza back up to the room, especially when we had like an interior promenade that overlooks the promenade, and we'd sit there in the little bench thing and eat pizza and watch some of the dance parties or watch people and see what they were doing. Lots of fun. I love to do that. I love to take some food back to my room. That's really the only thing I take back. I do take back coffee too. I'm not sure that counts. But at any rate, I don't tend to put it on the floor outside the door. I just leave the plate in the room on the counter, because we just take like a piece of pizza or two and we eat that. There's nothing left over, so it's not a big deal to just leave it sitting in the room. I just leave it sitting in there overnight so that it's really not in the hallway and it's not messy, even if it was, because like I said, it's just a piece of pizza. So let me know down below what you think. I think John Heald's response was that their Carnival's not thinking about banning people for bringing food back to the room, and I haven't heard of other cruise lines doing that either. So let me know. What do you think down below? One, do you enjoy bringing food back to your room on a cruise? And do you think people should be banned for doing it? Yes or no? All right, just a little interesting story that I saw yesterday, and I wanted to comment on it. All right. Happy cruising, everyone.